What did you hope to achieve with your negativity?
Okay, so um so this guy did this, this is the pumpkin husband. Look up the pumpkin husband and you'll see the joke that he did. Um and I'm always fascinated when people use negativity as humor and then get annoyed by other people's negativity. Because basically, the first video starts out, hey, single guys, this is marriage, right? And it was supposed to be a joke. I get it. And then he goes, in this video, he kind of goes more in depth about his relationship and, how healthy it is and all the work that goes into it being healthy and the fact that he's like a great husband, he does all the household stuff basically because his wife, he works mainly weekends and his wife works during the week, and so he does all the things. And I'm just like, I understand it and I agree, like, we can get a little too exercised over things, but I also think that he was taking advantage, you were taking advantage of a trope, which is my wife, the my wife is awful trope. And I think it works for some people. And there are others who are just kind of sick and tired of feeling like women are being dumped on by men who can't seem to navigate their own way out of a paper bag. So I would say that yes, it's true that the comments that you got became very negative, but I will also say that you brought the negativity to the party by making your wife the butt of the joke. I'm sure she's fine with it. I'm sure, I think when you're married to a comedian, you probably have to be okay with being the butt of a joke, unless, you have a really toxic marriage where you say, I'm not okay with that. And he's like, well, I'm going to do it anyway. So I guess that's what I'm just trying to say is that you started it. You started the negativity. There wasn't any negativity before you made it seem like from the way you did your video that your wife was the problem in this little funny story. And I don't know. You went, and speaking of negativity, I thought that the college professor's video was funny. Um And you went ahead and called him an entire predator. No, you called him several kinds of predator in order to kind of take down what he said. And since then, you've turned off your stitches and your duets. So that's interesting too. Um, Speaking of snowflakes, right? Ugh. Yeah, he called people who objected to the video the Snowflake Army. I think it's just that we've reached the last third or the final quarter of it just being cool to dunk on wives and to dunk on marriage in ways where the husband is being clueless or lazy or offense insulting or trying to quote humble his wife. I think women have just sort of had their fill of it, and maybe that's the room you're not reading when it comes to TikTok. Because if you hadn't started anything, there wouldn't have been anything. You brought the negativity to the party. Like, This is marriage, jazz hands. Oh, you poor put upon husband. The poor put upon husband joke is played. It's done. It's toast. We no longer, I'm sure that husbands really believe it, some of them, but it's not as funny as it used to be, especially given how much trouble people are having in their relationships and how much trouble men seem to be in. It's hard to take it and just feel like amused by it, especially if you're a person who is not married, who is dating men and is getting to enjoy the full flow that is their dysfunction at this particular time, or if you are married and because you didn't say, "Oh, by the way, I do all the things in the house." You didn't say that. You said, "How dare she ask me?" Pretty much, "How dare she ask me to go back to the store?" And even if it was a joke, it was like there are 1,000 jokes. There are 1,000 comedians dunking on their wives, dunking on the institution of marriage, telling single guys, "Oh yeah, it's so awful, blah blah." And it's just old is all. So you can be mad if you want to, but um yeah, you're the one who started the negativity train rolling. Just saying.